It's absolutely true. Time does heal all wounds. But if you want time to do its healing magic, you first have to be willing to heal. This is Shana, just a human in Los Angeles, here to help you pick up the pieces after your breakup. If you're recovering from your breakup and feeling quite desperate to get back together with your ex, there's a chance that you may be afraid to heal. Let me explain. When we think about healing requires a process of moving on and moving forward. So let's say you're in no contact. You broke up with your ex and you are desperately hoping to get back together. In the back of your mind, is there a bit of fear that worries that if you do the work on yourself, it may turn out that you don't want your ex back after all? You may find out that you're okay without them, and you may even discover that you will be better with another partner. Now, that's a prospect that can seem really, really scary when you're in the throes of heartbreak and so badly want to get back together with your ex. It's ironic, but sometimes we're actually emotionally paralyzed by our own innate distrust of ourselves. While our heart is broken and it seems what we fear more than anything is that our ex doesn't want us back, actually, what's going to hold us back from healing more than anything is this weird internal fear that we won't want our ex back. It's actually a fear of moving on that paralyzes you in this state where you already feel so stuck. So here's something interesting. This may not seem to be applicable to the situation, but stick with me, it is. Do you know why so many people have a fear of heights? It's funny because it actually is not about people fearing falling. It's not even about them fearing being pushed over the edge. But most people's fear of heights is rooted in the irrational fear that they may themselves, of their own volition, jump. It's a fear of lack of self-control. And maybe we could say it's a fear that we as humans don't always look out for our own best interests. So how does this apply to breakups? Well, I'm going to argue that it's the same lack of trust in yourself, in your instincts, or in your own self-control, that future you will do exactly what it needs to do to protect you from getting hurt again in the future, from repeating the same mistakes in the future, from getting back into what might have been a toxic relationship in the future, and maybe even from protecting you from another really hard breakup in the future. Are you someone who trusts your own instincts? I mean, it may have been instinct that caused the breakup in the first place, especially if you're the one who walked away. It's possible that your mind is now questioning that instinct, but at the time, something deep inside knew. It knew that there was something wrong. Even if the brain and the heart didn't want to listen, sometimes instinct speaks louder. Sometimes instinct knows better. So what we need to do is start listening to these internal messages and trusting that our minds and our hearts and our emotions are always going to do the best they can to preserve ourselves, to preserve our sanity, and to keep us as safe and as happy as possible. But you have to learn to trust. You have to be willing to heal. If you're not emotionally ready to heal and to move on, the healing simply will not take place. Every part of you is going to resist the process because you know that the more you heal, the further you're going to get emotionally from your ex, and that is scary. But it should also be incredibly empowering, because that sickness that you're feeling right now, that heartache, that pain, that distress, that devastation, that depression is gonna lift as you heal. Time heals all wounds. But we have to, day by day, moment by moment, as time marches on, we need to march with it. If that means that on the other end of this rainbow, we don't need our ex anymore, we don't want our ex anymore, congratulations. It means you made it to the other side. You made it to the brighter side. But keep in mind, there's also a chance that you are going to go through the work of healing. You're gonna get to the point where you are okay again, where your heart is whole and your mind is at rest. And your mind at rest is clear. And it may turn out that it is clear that you do want to get back together with your ex. Well, how much more receptive is your ex gonna be to you when you are fully healed, when you are fully okay, and when you have honest to goodness clarity that that special person is exactly the partner that you need and want in this lifetime. Honestly, I know it's scary, but it's also a no-lose situation. Healing is healing. Healing is power. Healing is self-confidence. And healing is health. Mental health, physical health, emotional health are all gonna come from this process. And at the end, one of two things is gonna happen. You're either gonna be a healthier partner for your ex, or you're gonna be a healthier partner for someone incredible and brand new. Either way, what do you have to lose by healing? Unfortunately, the trap that we sometimes find ourselves in is that we feel that if we can only hold on to the pain, then we can hold on to the breakup and we can hold on to the relationship. That if we let go of the pain, that somehow we are letting go of the relationship. But quick question. Do you really want to equate your pain with your relationship? Because if you feel like that pain is the only thing that validates your relationship, well then why do you want a relationship that consists and is characterized by pain? Don't you want a relationship that is healthy, that is happy, that makes you feel complete, whole, and at peace? That's the process of healing. It doesn't mean that you have to let go of your attachment to your ex, but it does mean that you have to let go to your attachment to the pain. So, are you ready to heal? Can you trust your future self enough to allow yourself to heal? It's time to move forward. It's time to move on. It's time to find your happiness again and to own your inner peace. That is where time is not only going to heal you, but it's going to find you the perfect partner. Just wait and see.